We have always heard about the Cold War and how this confrontation between the United States and the Soviet Union changed the geopolitics of the world during a significant period of the 20th century. Within this conflict, there were many incidents, but one of the most well-known was the Cuban Missile Crisis. Do you know what caused this crisis? The Cuban Missile Crisis was an episode of high tension in the Cold War that took place in October 1962. During that period, a serious confrontation between the United States and the Soviet Union unfolded, which nearly brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. It all started when the United States discovered that the Soviet Union was installing nuclear missile bases in Cuba, an island located only 150 kilometers off the US coast. These missiles were capable of reaching important targets in the United States, posing a serious threat to national security. The news of Soviet missiles in Cuba triggered an immediate response from the United States. The US president at the time, John F. Kennedy, decided to impose a naval blockade on the island in order to prevent more missiles from reaching Cuba. Additionally, military preparations were made for a possible invasion of the island. The crisis reached its most critical point when the world stood on the brink of nuclear war. Both the United States and the Soviet Union were in a highly tense situation, and there were moments when an armed conflict seemed imminent. However, a diplomatic solution was ultimately reached. The United States and the Soviet Union negotiated an agreement in which both parties agreed to withdraw the missiles from Cuba and the US missiles in Turkey, near the Soviet border. This agreement ended the crisis and averted a direct nuclear conflict between the two superpowers. The Cuban Missile Crisis had a significant impact on world history. It marked a crucial moment in the Cold War and led to increased efforts by the United States and the Soviet Union to seek agreements and limit nuclear proliferation. It also served as a chilling reminder of the dangers and consequences of the arms race and ideological confrontation between superpowers.